China is its normal thing. Same with India. I don't even know what to expect down here, really. It's all a bit weird, though, if you think about it, because I don't play CK very often, but EU4, I played a lot of. EU4, you're not going to see past your immediate region, so Europe. Anything else is fog of war. But in this, you can see all of North Africa and Asia, so it's just like, all right, we work with this. So, though, what we're going to do is we are going to come back to the UK. Well, we'll come in slowly. Byzantium is still holding strong. In fact, we fought a successful crusade. So we've got the Kingdom of Jerusalem here. And in fact, it's looking like it's doing pretty good as well. I wasn't in a position to put one of my heirs into the throne, unfortunately, but I was one of, I think, the main contributor after the Pope. And obviously, then doesn't look like Byzantium's really declined since the start. Spain is getting reconquered, I want to say, slowly. The Holy Roman Empire is a mess. Like, I even had a claim at one point in the north of the Holy Roman Empire, and even now I feel the larger army than the Emperor. Wait. Huh? The Holy Roman Empire has a female ruler. That's a new one. They must have had some sort of reform. Also, this is a bit of a weird border down here. Right. Okay. Burgundy is a thing. France is just France, really. Let's be honest. England is quite unified. It even has a good chunk of Ireland at this point, and Wales is almost sorted. I am the unifier of the North, though. And I'm actually in a position where I can contest the crown, not just for independence, which, yeah, but apparently I could use this guy's claim for the Kingdom of England. And I would have more men than the Queen. Not by a massive amount, but I have more. What up, British beauty? Hey, Phylon, how are you doing, man? Okay, so this guy wants to buy prisoner back. Yeah, you can have that prisoner. And are we sitting on any claims or anything that I forgot about? You want to be on the council, but you don't have anything meaningful skill wise. Ooh, actually. You know what? Ah, yeah, I can't remove him for a while. You're just gonna have to suck it up, mate. All good? I'm good, thank you, pal. I'm good. I've still got a war goal. Oh God. What is Alba? Alba's Scotland. Yeah, and Scotland is, well, I've kicked their ass a few times at this point. Currently got a truce with them. The Norwegians hold a few islands and stuff. So I might ally with Sweden at a later date to just take all of the Norwegian stuff here. Maybe even to take Iceland. To be fair, um, but at some point I'm also going to overthrow the crown because, well, this man is clearly holding more of the British Isles than anyone else. And what is Albion? Albion is an alternative name for England. I'm not 100% sure where the names come from. I think it's meant to be like an a language thing. I think it's more of like a Saxon name for England or something, or the Celtic or something name for England. Because Alba was Scotland, Albion is what a lot of fantasy refer England generally as, or even Great Britain as sometimes. Maybe it's what everything would be called if the Scottish unified it instead of England. Even though the Scottish technically did unify it, it was King James of Scotland that became King James of England, and then had the Treaty of Unification sorted or whatever it was, and that brought the two crowns of Scotland and England together. But I'm pretty sure we've got a couple onions. Um, Again, I don't think I'm going to vote for anyone to become the king or queen of Scotland. UK is a bunch of lesser kingdoms, right? I don't know if I'm using the proper term. Sorry. I mean, like, I don't know, confederation. Yeah, sort of. So, the United Kingdom, or United Kingdoms, as it should, I guess, be called, is the Kingdom of England, which obviously the biggest part, the more famous part. Kingdom of Wales, which for much of its history was sort of just ignored because Wales was, I guess, the first to be conquered, and it essentially just got absorbed into England. Its language and everything was pretty much nearly wiped out. It's starting to have a bit of resurgence, but Wales was very much just a lesser partner of England. The Kingdom of Scotland, obviously, um, Kingdom of Scotland. Obviously, there was a lot of fighting back and forth until King James unified it, and then the Kingdom of Ireland is a messy one because Ireland itself was never unified. It had times of unity against English colonialism, and it was unified under, obviously, English rule, or British rule as it was foreseen. And then after the Irish Rebellion, you had the Republic of Ireland form, and then Northern Ireland, which is obviously part of the United Kingdoms. So it's made up of about 4 elements: England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland. However, many would argue that it's only really 3 kingdoms: England, Scotland, Wales, because Northern Ireland itself isn't really a kingdom. I always got confused with Wales, Scotland, and England, and the division of 2 islands. Yeah, it's a long history, which, to be honest, started around the start of the CK game that I've done today. Well, that started last week actually. 1066, you had the succession crisis, which prompted King William the Conqueror to take over England and become the king. I believe it's his son, or is it his grandson, Henry the First or Second, ends up unifying England and Wales, and I believe even brings Scotland into compliance. Mostly my ignorance, though. Each one has their own king or royalty. Sort of. Wales had, I think, 2 competing kingdoms at the time, which was played off against each other. No. I've got that wrong. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was just there was like a duke or something. There was a few scattered bits in Wales that was mostly unified, but the head of that group on one side swore fealty to the crown of England, but on the other side was actively trying to rebel, up until the point where the King of England just came in, killed everyone that they could find, built castles everywhere, and went, "All right, rebel now. We've got an army everywhere that you try." Scotland was a bit more difficult because it was more centralized. It had a royal family of its own. Similar with Ireland, even though Ireland was petty kingdoms at the time. It does sort of show it in this, where you've got on this map right here. So you've got the Kingdom of England with the big crown, you got the Kingdom of Alba with the big crown, and then you got lesser kingdoms, or in this case, dukedoms, earldoms, and so on. There you go. No worries. And the only thing that really happened in Ireland is you did have a lot of petty kings or dukes across 3 or 4 main areas. Where the King Arthur come from? That, unfortunately, is just all myth and legend. There was a time where we almost had a King Arthur, but King Arthur is really just Shakespearean legend. They're to all accountable historical knowledge as that I'm aware of, I could be wrong, is just a myth. Which is kind of funny because my guy, somewhere, maybe it's not my guy, is it? Where's the artifacts bit? Blah, 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 blah. That's going to annoy me now. There is a artifact which I've seen recently. Court artifacts. There we go. Excalibur, which is cool as fuck. And yes, I am from England. All right, let's play a little. In fact, I'm playing, I guess, the Petty King of the area where I am sort of from as well. Quite interesting. How is it now? People refer like their different countries. Do they have some sort of autonomy? Yes. You okay over there? So you have, fair enough. You have obviously the crown and everything down in London. You have Parliament. You have the central power of the United Kingdom there. And then you also have a Welsh Parliament in Cardiff. You have a Scottish Parliament in Edinburgh, and I'm pretty sure there is even a Parliament over in Northern Ireland. So there is a level of autonomy to them all, but they all have to follow laws that are made in London. They can have their own power and control over things, but London how's the best way of putting it? I guess London, in terms of like American politics, would be the federal government, and Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales have essentially state level, but there isn't state level laws. There is only federal law in the UK. Because you also have not as much power wise, but you have something called decentralization, which is happening in the UK, and it's been happening for a while, where even on the level of counties and cities are having their own level of control back. Manchester, not 100% sure where it would be on this map, is a great example of it. It essentially has its own local government which controls most of where all the funding goes. And there's a petition to do so in Yorkshire, particularly I think in Hull. But every county has its own council, which will have loose power over local amenities and stuff, like when the trash is collected, when road cleaning happens, if there's any sort of big events, that sort of thing. And they'll be given a budget by the government to do so. But no, they're not even given the budget by the government. They're actually have to raise that off their own council tax. Do you think it's efficient or positive? It's difficult to give an answer to that. I think that local governance makes sense because it allows people to express their own concerns and stuff locally instead of just always thinking of the national issues. But there's also a thing, if you focus too much locally, like you have too much local power and not enough centralized power, you have the issue where you're just going to create small nation states within the nation or counties which are just going to always be going, well, that's not our problem, that's a national level problem. And national level problems then don't get enough attention or enough resources to deal with it. Because if all the councils are pooling their money in locally and not sending as much nationally, then it defunds the national government. The national government can't intercede if there's not enough help somewhere else. So it goes a bit both ways. I like the idea of local governments, but I also think there's a fine balance. Oh, I got wounded. Like there is by no means a right or a wrong way to rule any country. It just comes down to what the people are willing to accept or do. Oh, you're fabricating down in Wales. No, no, I get that. It does happen sometimes. And the only way you can get clarification about stuff is by asking. Ah, that's funny. Summon a physician. Oh, a long war with France is like the understatement. We spent absolute centuries going back and forth with France. Fuck's sake, which one have we got going? Okay, there we go. We'll go for the best. Yeah, the wars with France are probably one of the uh amusing parts of English history because they started shortly after 1066. Because obviously, William the Conqueror, formerly William the Bastard, was the Duke of Normandy. So he foresaw obviously northern France basically. He had a claim to the English crown. He took it. So England entered into this paradoxical place where the England had its own king, but its king was also the duke in France, a duke in France. So bent the knee to the French king, which started a very weird rivalry there. But England slowly expanded its control in France to not only have Normandy, but it had Brittany, it had Gascony and Aquitaine. It basically had half of France within the British or English Empire at the time, even though it wasn't officially called an empire because the only empire title, well, two, was the Holy Roman Empire, which was crowned by the Pope, and then the Byzantine, which was almost a direct uh, continuance of the Roman Empire. Yeah. What's this faction? Factions. Okay. And she wants the Duchy of Paris. No. He got dethroned by his daughter, and now he's trying to get back onto the throne. But medieval England and medieval Europe as a whole was just kind of wild for just the amount of weird shit that happened. Oh, come on, don't die. There we go. This will not happen again. Do you understand me? Da-da-da. Hey, there's a child. Oh yeah, like the entire back and forth of medieval politics. No one was messing around. Thank you.
There's a toothpick in this again.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have a war with Wessex. You know what? I will bring Mercia into this war. Why not? Raise the army. Another one dead. In the middle of it.
busy, don't they?
No, yeah, I know. I've just said that to her. I know. Back to you. Um. Well, obviously, he's not going to agree to kill his own child, so. Damn. My wife just died. Alright, let's see. No. Uh. Mm-hmm. Didn't say anything.
Me too.
I am effectively going to seize the Welsh crown in this war. Oh, they're already willing to peace out. I apparently just completely fucked on them. I take the son. That's the heir to this kingdom.
Nice.
Hmm? You need help. Yeah, give me a second. Um, one powerful vassal opposes. Outside. Then what was it? I heard it. I thought it was great. Right. Um, you know why. Investigate her. Um, can't change that law. Can't change that. I don't think I can change any of these laws. That's crazy. You guys went blah, blah, blah. Yep.
Why is fire on hot pot?
I'm not sure why he's put a cross on him. I think that's because people are dying. R.I.P. Right, my wife looks like she's about to die as well. Again. All right. No, my character's hair that. I can understand it, to be fair. Family chat mostly. There you go. That's why. That's good. If you need to, you can. I don't know. Just, just say. Okay. You don't look lost. You just sat there.
No.
I don't know. We'd have to get there like 9:30, straight after school.
Yeah. Just
More likely that we would, but I'm just yeah. This truce. Oh, the truce ends soon. Ooh. Okay. That actually raises a question though. How many more titles do we need before we can? We need 2 more counties.
no. You know your
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
it's got all the cards on that.
Oh, fair enough. That's handy, I suppose. Didn't know that. I don't know. Prisoners. House arrest. Ooh, do I behead the guy or do I bear him at a stake? Behead him. Heretics that diss on God Emperor bear them. To be fair. Oh, God, that guy died? Oh no! I didn't kill him, but like he's been a pain in my ass for a while, so I'm not gonna I'm gonna complain. um, now Kingdom of who do I fight first? Later. Oh, that complicates that side of things. All right, I'm not gonna fight him yet because I need that alliance to end. We're gonna go north, which means we're gonna fight Scotland. What hostages will be affected? Who the wait? Sorry, missed a bit. May serve hit their pity souls as fuel. Who the heck is that guy? Who looks like a necromancer. What guy were we on? Was I looking at them? For you to say that. This I don't know. New wife, a win is a win. Well, my Wi-Fi's actually fine. However, I unless it's finished, I'm currently investigating her. I think because she kept disappearing, which that may be why
Yeah.
she's a lesbian. Another grey face that popped on screen. Uh, it might have been like this guy because he died, and when someone dies, their face pops up kind of grayed out a little bit. Blah, blah, blah. By any means, with my claim to war, but the fate of the hostages remain to be decided. They're safe. I'm not going to execute hostages just because I beat your ass in a previous war. Yeah, my wife's a big les. And that's the first defeat of the Scottish army during this war. They retreat. We press our advantage. Well, it's not bad at all. You can get her a girlfriend and have triangle fun. I don't think any Eiffel Towers are happening here, my friend. Would it not? Oh, that's two guys, isn't it? Yeah, that's two guys. I don't know what it would be then. I wouldn't. You're right. Barely handle one. Uh, I know you don't, France. Well, you know, the French are just. Can they be counted as human? That's fine. I'm pretty sure most of my followers know my name anyway. Wait, what? No, not you. This motherfucker is calling me to arms against people I don't want to fight right now. Sure, I'll accept, but I'm not coming to fight down there. I'm already fighting Scotland. Can't be asked with the Irish as well. Accept the call to arms just because I don't want to dishonour the agreement.
Eat your chip.
I have been. I'm just also fighting a war. You can go further. I want to kill this guy's entire family. Well, my leather wife has just given me a kid, apparently. Even though she never at any point had the pregnant trait, so I don't know what the fuck happened there. Immaculate conception, I guess, or immaculate bear. I don't know. There isn't an event for every single act. um, all right, I think I just smashed the Scottish Army completely. And then okay, I have miraculously done all of those ones. Hmm. Health boost. Let's do that. We'll take the development one. I might actually have to go and help those guys in Ireland, otherwise it looks like they might lose. Mm-hmm. It's alright, it's 50-50, isn't it?
I know you want.
Hmm. Yeah, pay someone to draw a map, why not? Immaculate cheating, immaculate non-marital affair. I have a lot of money to spend, which I'm going to have to go do in a minute. Right. You don't have any more hostages, so I will just take your land. And that land I'm going to give to my son. As the Northumbrian kingdom grows ever larger. Return the hostage. I'm at the point where apparently my kingdom is also getting a little too big for me to allow myself just to be called a duke. So I have a feeling I'm gonna have to actually depose the king of England. Well, is it a king or is it a queen? It's still a queen. I'm probably gonna have to depose the Queen of England. I wonder actually, really quick, if I go down here, if I click on the Empire of Brittany is an option, but if I was to usurp the Kingdom of England, I'd need another 10 counties in England. Hmm. What about the Emperor of? Wait, so I actually do I have everything needed for that? Oh no, you need 66 counties. I have 32. I'm halfway there. And you require 2 kingdoms at least. Okay. If I declare independence, I can make myself the King of Wales now. The only issue is if I do that, I'm going to have to fight more of what's in England and Scotland than well, Scotland I'm already fighting massively. Yeah. Pod you. Alright, spending spree time. If there's anything that can be upgraded, it's getting upgraded. I don't know. King of Wales. Now let's upgrade the harbour. And we'll upgrade the guilds. And then the harbour. Da-da-da-da-da. Upgrade that. This is a twisted mockery of our faith. I would. Right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna quickly.
They just need us to empty something, probably.
Yeah, I was loading the dishwasher. You're right there, babe.
I'm not the dishwasher.
uh,
I think we should invite parents or
well, find out how many people are coming. If there's a spare space, I'm sure we could throw an invite that way. No, he declared a white peace. I was starting to siege the Irish castles for him, but okay. Why are you two still allied? Fuck off! Alright, you can have that guy. You alright? Can we create an alliance? Say, my grandson can be betrothed. Oh no, that doesn't work because clear it. Can we do his side first? I'm guessing not. What about no? Is there no betrothal or wedding that I can arrange with this guy where we end up allied with Sweden? Not by the looks of it. What about Denmark? I am. So best I'm gonna get going for Denmark is an alliance with Berlin. You know what? Sure, I will betroth the fucking grandson of the King of Denmark to my 1-year-old daughter. And before people think that is weird, it's not, because he's free, she's one. The betrothal is set. And we're increasing the men at arms. Oh no, the Medrix scheme was exposed. Um, Walk of Shame. Yeah, that might happen. Uh, bu- 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 For fuck's sake, can't establish a new tradition for 50 years nearly. Ow. Let's try to bring more control to the Scottish lands. Factions against your liege. Create a claimant faction. I want to create myself as the claimant to the throne. Is that possible? Hmm. Who are you? Uh, you? I was just passed down. You. You. Oh, geez, she's 38. My grandson's 27. That'll work. So if I get them to wed, cool, that's worked. And then I will push to make her the claim for the the Queen of England, I guess, technically. That works. Uh, there we go. Instructions have finished across the place. This could end up being quite dangerous. All right. What's up? No, no, what? Got many egg? You haven't eaten your dinner. Suppose. All falling apart.
I'll have a bit.
All right. Another holy war. This time for Valencia. To the train station. Then. You know what? Yeah, why not? We'll do another crusade. What? Okay, so anyone I put as a benefactor, uh, cannot be an heir to a title. So it would have to be a daughter in my case, unless can I strip a son of inheritance rights? He's too old. um, I claim his title. Oh, he's got more than one title. Ah, it's not gonna work. Let's just hope the war lasts for like 4 years, and I can make my daughter the beneficiary, which means that she would essentially become the queen of a Spanish land when this all kicks off. You. I fought in one crusade like 50 years ago, and I will fight in another. There it is, Crusader. I'm 80 and I'm still in good health. The wife's been disappearing at night again. Yeah, I would. I know you would. Oh, don't get me wrong, there's some nice ones there, but do I want to take on fucking France on my own? When they have like 2,000 more troops than me? He can't be sacked yet, so I still can't give you a position. That'd be an alliance with Poland. Da, 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 da. This of Somerset might be decent. Alliance with Hungary. Alliance with England. Slovenia, blah, blah, blah. No, that works. Vision and the 9-pin line will. Yep. I am. Yeah, the fucking. This is still the funniest shit. Like, I'm not voting for anyone in this. Because if I'm doing anything in Scotland, I'm going to usurp the throne and become the king myself. Which I'm actually not too far from being able to do so. I only need one more county. Okay. Uh, is the Holy War likely to start anytime soon? It launches in 4 months. Okay. Nothing. Do. Yeah. All right. My bad. As the war kicks off, I will hire both those orders. Might hire all three. I've got plenty. Get your things. It is time to go home. No, actually, I'm going to keep you so I keep building the renown. Dies Volt, brother. They're at war. They're at war. They're at war. Okay. Now it is time to sail to Spain. Thank you. Ali? Okay. Oh, instantly I'm on top. Look at that. First one into the fight. And judging by it, I alone bring enough men to take on about half of the enemy army. Look at this war chest, 1,000 gold. Well, that's just my takeaway from it. 20%, 5,000 total. Five months. On to the capital. Behave yourself. Back in a minute. Let's continue the crusade. Not much reason to go back to siege that. We might as well march on a bit and siege the next castle. This war is actually almost over already. And I'd need it to last another year to be able to get to be able to get a chance at putting hair on the throne here. October. It's possible. It's unlikely considering the Horde just arrived. How was I the first one here? Ooh. There we go. And for your birthday, daughter, you get your own kingdom. That's effectively what this is going to be. What do you mean you are calling me to war whilst I am fighting in the Crusades? Ah, you're a cunt. You best keep the fighting in your lands. How has that gone down? We just got to siege a lot, I guess. Ah, there we go. St. George be with us. And my daughter has become the Queen of Valencia. Hmm. Okay. Wait. No.